RobinHood app versus Stash app. Stock investing from your cell phone. What up YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about two apps that I really like a lot. RobinHood and Stash Invest app. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into this one. So one thing I really like about RobinHood has free stock trading. Now, if you guys have ever traded with other brokers like Charles Schwab or TDI Ameritrade, you have to pay a commission for every time you buy and sell shares. Those commissions can be $7 to $10, and that's if you want to buy one share of Apple, or if you want to buy 100 shares of Apple, you still have to pay that fee. And if you want to sell, vice versa, you still got to pay the fee. And with the RobinHood app, you just download the RobinHood app. There will be a link in the description below. Then you fund your account with your bank account, so you do have to link up your bank account with your RobinHood account. So many people have asked me, Jermaine, is it safe? Do you trust RobinHood? I completely trust the RobinHood app. However, I never said it couldn't be hacked, but anything can be hacked nowadays. After you link up your bank account with your RobinHood account, then you transfer money, which can take, anywhere from 3 to 5 business days. And once you have the money in your account, you can directly purchase stock in companies. So you can type up, Apple or Ford Motor Company, and you can buy stock directly into the company. And if it's a type of company that pays dividends, you will get the dividends in your RobinHood account. If it's a company that will split later on down the line, you will definitely see a split in your account. Like RobinHood is a legit account. Now let's talk about the Stash app. Stash app is very, very similar. You download the Stash app. If you've never downloaded the Stash app, there will be a link in the description below. Once you download the Stash app, you link your bank account with the Stash app, just like you would do with the RobinHood app. After your account is linked up, you can fund your Stash account with your bank account, so you can transfer $100 or $50 or $25 or $1,000 if you have the money to spare. Now once you funded your Stash app, now you're able to invest in the stock market with the Stash app. Now, however, Stash app is a little bit different from the RobinHood app. With RobinHood, you just, type in any company, whatever you want to look for. Stash app is a little bit better for beginners, I would say, because on Stash app, what they'll do is they'll group stocks together. So they'll group blue chip stocks. They'll take a bunch of companies that are blue chip stocks. They'll put all these stocks in one basket, and you can go on the Stash app and you can invest in, that basket of stocks, getting a lot of exposure to a lot of other companies, especially if you're the type of person that you don't just know what companies to pick. You can go on YouTube all day and watch videos of, this person, saying, oh, I'm making money trading this stock, or I'm making money trading this stock. But if you are new to this and you're just starting off, Stash app could be a really, really good solution for you, because now you can invest in an array of companies, and it's a little bit easier for you. And also with Stash app, you can receive, dividends. A lot of companies on the Stash app, they pay dividends, and you would receive dividends just like you would receive dividends on the RobinHood app. Stash app is pretty dang easy to use for the most part. RobinHood is pretty easy to use too. You could buy stocks on a company in less than 5 seconds. I mean, if you got a really fast internet connection, you can literally buy stocks like crazy on the RobinHood app. And the same way with Stash app. Another cool thing to point out about Stash app. Okay, so with RobinHood, let's say I wanted to invest $1,000 into Apple. Okay, and let's say Apple's share price is $100 a share. It's 4 o'clock. It's Tuesday. The markets are closing. Now at 4:15 on Tuesday, Apple is going to release earnings report. Now when they release their earnings report, it's a bad report. Let's say their stock price drops by 10%. So the next morning, when I go to my RobinHood account, instead of my 10 shares being worth $100, now my 10 shares are worth $90 each, because Apple, released bad news, and the markets reacted. Now let's say I had $1,000 invested in the Stash app, right? Let's say I had the money invested in ETFs, blue chips. Apple has a little bit of exposure to blue chip ETFs on the Stash app. The next morning when I wake up and go to my Stash app, and since I didn't only invest in Apple, since I invested in blue chips and it's all, 10 different companies that I'm invested in. My holdings on the Stash app won't go down as much as my holdings on the RobinHood app, because there's all these other companies to help prop it up. Now, vice versa, let's say that, it's the same scenario, but let's say Apple increases by 10%. Let's just say Apple had really good news and Apple's share price increased by 10%. Well, on my Robinhood account, my shares would have grown by 10%. However, on my Stash account, maybe it would be a little bit higher than normal, but not that much higher. Let's talk about the fees on Robinhood versus Stash. Now, Robinhood is completely free. It's free. It's free. Free stock trading. Stash app, on the other hand, charges you $1 per month if you have less than $5,000 in your Stash account. If you have more than $5,000 in your Stash account, Stash app charges 0.25%. So not a lot of money, especially when companies like Charles Schwab and TD Ameritrade charges $7 to $10 per trade. Not a lot, $1 per month, $12 a year if you have less than $5,000 in your account. I mean, they're both really simple to use. Robinhood is just incredibly simple to use. You can purchase shares in a company just like that, like so fast. I mean, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you can have thousands of dollars and invested in a company, or you can sell thousands of dollars invested in a company. One thing I really do like about the Stash app account, they have goals on the app, and I'll show you guys some of the goals here that they have on the Stash app. Alright, so when you go to the account here, you see they have milestones here. So when I first signed up, I had like a milestone of $250, and then it increased to like $1,000. And then the milestone increased to $1,500. After I hit $1,500, the milestone increased to $2,500. After I hit $2,500, now the milestone is at $5,000. So these milestones are there to get you investing, to get you looking at that next goal. I really like the fact that Stash puts milestones on the app. Like, that would be really cool if some of these other investment apps would do that too. That's one reason why I really like using the Stash app, because it has this goal thing. So my next goal is $5,000. So when will I hit 5,000? Will it be in the next month? Will it be in the next 2 months? These are things that you can use the Stash app for. You can say to yourself, okay, I want to hit that next milestone by the end of the year. I want to save $2,500 more by the end of this year. You can do that with the Stash app. It's really cool. And it also has these things called potential. This little graph you can use here. And then you can select, amounts here. You can change the interest rate, and you can change the monthly amount rate. Let's say you invest $160 a month in your Stash app account, and it'll show you like what it will be worth, in 5 years, 10 years, 1 year. I mean, it really cool data. Like, it really inspiring, Another cool thing about the Stash app, there is a referral program. So if you sign up with my link, you and I, we both get $5. And once you become a Stasher, you can, pass out your links to your friends, and your friends can become Stashers. Robinhood offers the same. They have a referral program. However, the Robinhood referral program is a little bit different. Stash app referral program. I don't think this is gonna last for a very long time on Robinhood. I'm really stoked about the Robinhood referral program, because it's not only gonna help me out, it's gonna help out a lot of other people. So let's say you go to the Robinhood app, right? If I invite a friend to the Robinhood referral program, my friend and also myself, instead of getting $5 or $10 referral, what we get is the opportunity to win a share of stock. And a lot of the shares are, anywhere from $3 to $7 a share. But there are a handful of shares that you could scratch off and win that are worth a whole lot more than that. Like yesterday, I scratched off and got a share of Microsoft. Microsoft is like $72 a share. So someone signed up for Robinhood using my link, and they had the option to scratch off, and I had the option to scratch off. I scratched off a share of Microsoft. I was really stoked to get a share of Microsoft, because before I was just scratching off, shares of stock that was worth, $6, $5. Not that big of a deal. I'm not complaining. $5 is pretty nice. but $73 for a share of Microsoft is even better, and I'm probably going to keep that share of Microsoft because Microsoft pays a dividend. So if you do want to sign up with Robinhood, if you want to sign up just for the referral program, definitely use my link in the description below. And once you have your account all linked up, you can do the same thing. You could pass out, your Robinhood referral link, and you could have that opportunity to scratch off and win a share of Microsoft. Pretty much the shares that you can choose from are like AMD, Ford, and then you have a 1 in 90 chance of getting Apple, Facebook, or Microsoft. Like, yeah, you really want the Apple, the Facebook, and the Microsofts because those are worth a little bit more, especially Apple. Apple is like the dope one out of the ones on Robinhood to get for free because Apple is like $170 a share, and also Apple pays a dividend, so that would not be a bad company to hold on to for a little bit, hold on to for some time. So yeah, that's the difference between the referral program. So yeah, that's pretty much how the referral program works on Robinhood for now. Let's talk about customer support. Now, I've never really had to contact Robinhood for any situations. I haven't had any problems yet. And I can pretty much say the same thing with Stash. I haven't had any problems that I need to contact anyone. I've never really had any problems with the app. It's worked very well. I'm pretty sure neither one of these apps have a 1-800 number that you can just straight up call them, just like you can with Charles Schwab and TDI Ameritrade. That's probably why you pay much more in commission fees, because you can do things like call up someone on the phone and ask them questions. With the Robinhood app and the Stash app, you're probably gonna have to email someone and wait for support. But at the same time, like, I haven't had that problem, and I've been using both apps for well over a year. So yeah, I don't exactly know how the customer service works, but I would imagine that they have some sort of customer support, and I would imagine that it's probably done on the internet and it's not done on the phone, because that's how a lot of these apps are nowadays. They like to do everything on the internet, and people don't usually like to talk to each other anymore. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on customer support. Accessing your money. So a question I receive a lot: Jermaine, how do I get my money out of Robinhood? Jermaine, how do I get my money out of Stash? Okay, it's pretty easy. You went to the app to fund your Robinhood account or fund your Stash app account. You would go to your Robinhood account and you would go to banking, and you would just go to transfer to bank, and then from there you would just type in the amount of money that you would like to withdraw from your Robinhood account and send to your bank account. However, you're not going to get the money tomorrow. It's probably going to take 3 to 4 business days. It really depends on when the transaction goes through. If it goes through before 4 o'clock, if it goes through before 2 o'clock, if it's a Monday, if it's a Tuesday, it can just take a couple days. Now with the Stash app, it's pretty much the same deal with the Robinhood account. You just go over to your Stash app, and once you go to your Stash account, you want to go to the account page. You can go to the home button and then go to the account page, and then you click on transfer to bank, and then from there you just type in the amount of money that you would like to withdraw from your Stash account, and you would just send it to your bank account just like so. Now with Stash app, I can't remember the last time I sent money from my Stash app to my bank account. I believe it's a little bit faster than Robinhood. I believe it takes like 2 or 3 days. I want to say that Robinhood takes a little bit longer, because that's one way Robinhood provides this free service, is by sort of tying up your money for a couple of days. Now on the RobinHood app, if you don't have Robinhood Gold is something that you pay extra for a month. You have a few more extra features, like you can participate in after-hours trading, and you also can receive access to your money a little bit faster. It's pretty much how Robinhood makes money. When you have thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people depositing money into a Robinhood account, and it takes 3 or 4 days for you to have funds to the money, that's how Robinhood's making money, because all of that money that's being held, that's money that Robinhood can lend out and charge to lend out that money. So Robinhood is pretty much working like a bank. They're not working exactly like a bank, but it's similar to a bank. Like when you put your money in the bank basically lends your money back out, and if you ever need your money, like, it's always there. And that's kind of how Robinhood is. Now with Stash App, you know, they charge the monthly fee, so they don't have to hold your money as much. I believe it takes about 2 days to receive your money when you withdraw from Stash. Which app to choose from, Robinhood app or Stash app? I mean, they're both really good apps. Like, I like them both. I mean, I would say if you know exactly what you want to invest in and you already got an idea, go with the Robinhood app. If you're more of a beginner, or let's say you're not a beginner, let's just say you want to diversify in a lot of different companies and you want to do it really easy, go with the Stash app. And if you just don't mind having both apps, yo, do what I do. Have both apps. Your Robinhood app can be for one particular thing, and your Stash app could be for another particular thing. Like your Robinhood app could be for long-term investments, and your Stash app could be for short-term investing. Or maybe you could use the Stash app to save up to buy a new car, or save up to buy a boosted board, or, you know, there's so many things you can use both of these apps for. But I just want to make a video to talk about the Robinhood app and the Stash app. They're two really good apps that you can use to invest in the stock market with, and you can do all of this from your cell phone. And I know all of you guys have a cell phone. You're probably watching this video on a cell phone, so that same cell phone you can make money with. You can make money with the stock market. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to see more videos like this from me, stick around. There will be more videos up here, down there. If you haven't signed up for a Stash app or Robinhood, both links will be in the description below. And yo, that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out.